Oh, 2016. Imagine if we raced in Jeddah.
I love it.
What? Wikipedia category video game set in the Isle of Man. Monk's TT Superbike, TT Isle of Man, and Pokemon Sword and Shield?
Okay.
The game is set, or at least some of the DLC is set on the coastal island, the Isle of Armor, based on the Isle of Man. There you go. Pokemon has beat racing games to the Isle of Man.
Weird. This is the hang on. So this is what you wanted Josh to do. Just defend from me.
Have you seen the F1 animated videos on YouTube?
The one where they do all the radios.
Yeah,
I'll have a look.
he does one every year for each season. It's good.
There's an internet video game car database. There has to be an internet video game track database.
Right,
Isle of
everybody.
Man is a
hop off. Thank you
self-governing
for
British
listening,
crown.
and we'll do it next week.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's it.
No. I think I'm gonna head off as well. I need a bit of a break.
Yeah, I think I will as well.
Use up the rest of my audio filter in Dirt Rally or something tonight. I'll catch you next week.
Yeah. Good night.
Alrighty. Sorry about that. Massive AFK session. I'm gonna take a very quick break. We'll do some more Dirt Rally, genuine Dirt Rally career mode, I think, when I get back. So, I also, just to double check and confirm, Tone, if you are there, you're grabbing Dirt Rally too? Because I'll totally set up a league for everyone. I could genuinely actually run a Dirt Rally league for people to join and run through. But, I'll be right back. Give me a minute and I'll, I'll get that up, didn't I? I'll be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere. If it's bad news, you might not. Sucks they don't have a demo. Although I think if you really did want to try it, I don't know. Hang on, I'd have to think. From memory, I'm pretty sure if I library share, although I've never library. I'm just thinking. I know library sharing works with RaceNet stuff, so I could library share Dirt Rally 2 if you wanted to try it, because they don't have a demo, to my knowledge. Maybe on the actual website, maybe on Origin, but definitely no demo on Steam. Isle of Man is a self-governing British Crown dependency in the Irish Sea. So, we have United Kingdom. Is there specifically a British flag here? There is Ireland. We'll open Ireland. Then we'll have a look for British. No British flag, only United Kingdom. So, let's have a look. Colin McRae Dirt 2, 2009. V-Rally 4, 28. Ooh! Hold up, do I have... I just bought that the other day, right? V-Rally 4. Race Room Racing Experience has Sepang. I know Sepang. I don't remember the track, but I have driven it. Grid Auto Sport has Sepang. This ad got out of the way. I can't see the bottom of the website. I can't inspect element in Chrome browser. Go away! Please go away. Oh, currently Spiritual City and Burnout Dominator. Right. So, let's have a look. There are a lot of tracks in Britain / the United Kingdom, so we'll try Ireland first. That's gotta be an old Need for Speed game, surely. Need for Speed 2? What's it? I can't see because the fucking ad is in the way of the web page. If you're gonna put banner ads, like, can you not put it over the actual webpage things I have to click on? I can't see. I can't click the link. And I genuinely cannot click the link. It's fine. Let's just ignore it. Scroll up. Ireland. Just called Ireland in Expand Rally. There is no Ireland Isle of Man. So then we go back to United Kingdom. I need to chill. I need to get a cup of tea and stop being frustrated. Forza Horizon 4. Just the United Kingdom. I suppose that's true. UK Truck Simulator. Makes sense. Just the United Kingdom in that one too. Triangle Raceway, is that what it's called? Triangle Raceway, we have a starting point. Triangle Raceway. Not Golden Triangle Raceway. Interestingly, geographically, people say it's Northern Ireland. Forza is another game, I've hit minus. Forza is another game, seems to be a hotcake. A friend of mine is addicted to it. I like sales pitch that Forza gives. Even Forza Motorsport 7, 6, 5, Horizon 4, 5. I don't play them, but the sales pitch is nice. The sales pitch is you can own all your dream cars and drive them on beautiful courses. And that's a pretty decent sales pitch. I want to own beautiful cars and drive them in exotic locations. Forza lets you do that, but it's eye candy that feels kind of average. Good eye candy though. I do like it. Forza, you open it up occasionally, you go look at the gorgeous countryside and all of the pretty cars, and then you forget it exists for like a year. Top Gear had a game. Top Gear 1992. God, the old Colin McRae rally games really look like they had some gorgeous tracks. They've got the whole of Pooey's Wales in Dirt Rally 2, Dirt 4, and Dirt 1. All of the variants too. That's dedication to list them all separately. I forgot about Project Gotham Racing. Alright. We're up to London. Top Gear had a sequel, Top Gear 2. Damn. So many places just had tracks called London. Highlands Drift. Ooh. I wonder if Highlands is Setter Corsa 2014. Highlands Drift and Highlands. Highlands Long? It doesn't look like TTI Le Mans, but it kind of does. It's a large track. Having a shorter, almost GT version of the track wouldn't be out of the question, especially for a game like Assetto Corsa that really struggles to scale up. There's no I. H-I? Where's the I? H-I-J-K? There's no I. There's no Isle of Man. Isle of Man has different track names if it's here. Right, that's enough. Oh, up and around. Right. We'll do some races in Dirt Rally for the little while. I would like to just get one okay race this season. We have more tracks to do it, but can I just get one? Just one. I just drove the Opal, but I don't remember what it was like. We should upgrade some of these other cars though. Rear-wheel drive, 5-speed. Or the BMW. We're gonna go. We've promoted. We'll go the next car up, shall we? Oh, for the love! Can you? Why does this game have such a hard-on for snow and ice tracks? There's like 7 locations, and 2 of them are snow and ice. And it seems like you always play these snow and ice tracks. I do not know why they so desperately want to show off these 2 locations. They're the worst ones out of the lot. Frustrating. It's fine, we'll deal with it. Monte Carlo at least has 50% of the stage at Monte Carlo is down at the bottom of the mountain. It's not so bad. I'm also apparently dropping frames. I'm not opposed to just killing OBS and see if I can't reboot it in time. We'll see how we go. I got my phone over here, so drag my cable a little further out. How's my phone's battery doing? 45%? We'll see how we go, because the red square in OBS is when I get the delay, and I don't like the delay. If I keep getting it a fair amount, I'm just gonna restart OBS. Look at the suspension on this thing. We got quite a bit of lift.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ice from here, left 2, and right.
I haven't turned my microphone on, have I?
For 80 over crest. Right 3 half long narrows. Left 5, into right 3 tights to 260. Left 2 long, open 60. Right 2 long, 80 over crest.
It'll be fine until I hit some bumps and you'll hear the wheel.
Left 6 over crest.
Weirdly, Dirt Rally isn't as bad as Formula 1 is, but I suppose when you're dealing with massive amounts of downforce like in Formula 1, it does kind of make sense. Those cars can be very uncomfortable, and they definitely emulate that with the wheel being super aggressive.
Long. Right 5, don't cut. Keep right over crest. Caution braking 80 down. Acute right. And left 6 long. Left 6, 100.
I actually wouldn't mind trying Dirt Rally 2 out again tonight.
Play by.
We have about a half hour of microphone left.
Caution, keep right over crest. Braking down.
Shit, that went wide. Saved it, but messy.
Left 6 long. Right 3. Into left 4 over crest. Long. Left 3 long.
You can give Dirt Rally 2 a proper go. Knowing that you have to upgrade the cars to get them to how they feel in Dirt Rally 1, or at least that being my current theory.
Continues.
Oh, that's dead. I might actually just reset from here because if I slip forward, I think I die. It's a kill zone down there, I'm pretty sure, so we'll just wait for the reset. Because even if I try and reverse out of this, there's a good chance it's just going to push the car forward. It's fine. My mic is a bit quiet too.
Left 4 tight.
I don't know why.
Right 6.
I'm basically shouting at basically shouting.
Right 6, 80. Caution right 1, long, 100. Crest left 4. Right 6. And left 4. Into left 3 long. Caution 60, acute left. Right 5, tightens to 4, long, don't cut. Right 6 long over crest and tightens 5 and continues into care left 1 long. Into right 3 long. Into left 1 crest. Ice patches from here. Right 3 don't cut. Left 4 tightens to 3. Right 3 don't cut. And left 3 into right 6 over 100 don't cut. Caution into acute right, 60. Left 5 over 120. And right 3. Left 3 over crest. Into right 2 long, into crest. Left 6, 150.
Shit. I never know what is and isn't just death on this track.
Right 3 long,
Another reason this track sucks is because you just die. There's no recovering.
left 3 half long.
It's more fun to drive than Sweden is, but that's because in Sweden,
Left 3,
the
60.
death zone is just a spin out. In Monte Carlo, the death zone is just a DNF.
Into left 6, right 5 over crest, tightens to 3, 120 down.
Neither are fun though. It's just that you have the road, and anything outside of the road is just game over.
60.
It's not fun.
Right 3 over crest, 100. Left 5 over 100 crest, 120. Caution line over crest bump into right
I also need to fix the game volume. I turned it down by quite a bit because we were just chatting and I wanted to do this on the side.
Right 3 long into left 4. Mr. Front left flat. Into right 5.
You're
And
flat.
left 5 half long 60. Caution right 4 times to 1. Left 2 long 60. Left 5 100. Right 1. Into left 3. Into right 4 left 5. Into keep right over crest.
Alright, why am I so quiet? Is it really just an audio? Is it just the distance the microphone is away? I mean, I can fix that. The risk of bumping it a little. I have output gain actually on my mic. Maybe I should drop that. Give a little bit, tiny bit of a boost, and fix the gain on. Change back the gain on the game as well. Oh, Crisp Audio is running. I don't remember that. Descent. Now we have the sprint descent. The first one was a race to the bottom. This must be the first half.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 460. Right 3 long. Into left 2 opens. And right 4. Into left 1. Into right 3 long.
Ah, I see. This is the other half.
Into open hairpin right. Into left 3.
I'm dead. Dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead.
Into right 6. Into left 2 half long.
I mean, at this point, why don't I just retire? Just get the location over with. It's not fun.
Right 5 continues for 80. Tightens to 160.
The only reason I wouldn't retire is because I actually want to have a good time. Last time I died in Monte Carlo, it cost me my entire first position. I was ahead by 40 points and ended up losing first
Into right 4 over crest.
just because of the DNF.
Left 1 tightens. Into right 1 half long. Into open hairpin left. 60. Right 2 opens and tightens into open hairpin left.
It's not fun. I don't want to use... Look, okay, we're saving and quitting at the end of this. I don't want to use the last of my timer up on just doing Monte Carlo at a snail's pace, so I don't DNF.
Into right 5. Into left 2 half long. 40. Right 3 long opens, continues for 150. Over crest. 60. Left 1 long. And right 2 long, 80. Left 5 over crest, 40. Caution, left 5 tightens hairpin left, crest. And right 5 long. 100 crest. And caution, right 4 long past junction, 40 narrows, keep mid. Right 3 past junction continues for 80. Into right 4 long, 80. Left 5 long over crest, 130, crest. Right 3 long. And left 3 half long over crest. Into right 2, into caution, left 3 don't cut. Into right 1, and left 6, over crest. Left 1 half long. Into right 2 long. Into left 1 opens, 40. Caution, right 4, wall on exit, crest, 100. Caution, line, into right 3, immediate hairpin left. Right 6 over crest. left 6 crest. Caution left 5 into hairpin right, tightens. 190 through dip, long crest. Finish.
Alright. I think I'm gonna save and quit. I don't want to spend my time being miserable in Dirt Rally. We're gonna go over to Dirt Rally 2, because as much as I prefer this game, we have 9 minutes left, currently. Today has just been scuffed. The race was scuffed. I got upset. Everything's scuffed. No Man's Sky started an update without my permission. Game crashed twice. Have we changed the settings to Dirt Rally 2 yet? I think we set up Dirt Rally for stream. Yep. Audio's coming through. I remember it did run a bit choppy last time, so... Options. Audio. That's fine. Graphics. Texture, reflections, shadows, ambient occlusion. Off. Medium. I do like advanced blending, looking at that. Cloth can be low. Object is either medium's fine. Ground cover, skid marks, motion blur, god rays, bloom, lens flares, light streaks, and lens dots apply. There we go. Not exit. Bonus. That's in New Zealand, right? Rear-wheel drive 2000cc. Oh. No, apparently I do have to use my own. It's a lot of money. Group A, Subaru Legacy RS, Daily Challenge. Looks like it's in UK. Rallycross, don't care. Rally GT in Greece. Now, there's something I there's something I can torture myself with. Standard repairs. Apparently we have to replace the brakes. No compromise. This repair system is a lot better. I do wish this repair system managed to make its way into the original. It is a brilliant repair system, actually. There are so many things that Dirt Rally 2 does right, but it's just... It really is it's like you have Dirt Rally 1, brilliant, well-prepared meal, delicious, everyone loves it. Dirt Rally 2 is just like deep-fried version of the food. It's not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just If you want fine dining, Dirt Rally 2 doesn't meet the expectation. And I've been spoiled by my Dirt Rally 1 fine dining, unfortunately. What are we actually running? Right, we have... Maybe I won't run soft tires. 3, 5... Almost 10 miles before we get new tires. Can I survive 10 miles on softs? Maybe. As long as we don't pop them. Let's give it a go. Paddle shift. We're in the GT. Up we go. Leaderboard. 3 minutes 14.
And jump. Good luck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6 left, tightens of a dip and jump, crest into 6 right, slow 80, 5 right, 50, unseen.
It's so floaty.
Into 5 left, opens of a crest long, 30, 6 left, don't cut, 6 right, slow 60 downhill, unseen, tight hairpin left.
God, this track is so flowy in all-wheel drive cars, but it feels so...
Very long.
Ah, you can't counter steer in this thing either.
Into 4 right, tightens of a jump.
It's all just throttle.
Caution 70, 3 right tightens. Into 3 left. And 3 right. Opens 50. Slow 5 left long. Tightens 4. 30. Unseen hairpin right. 60. Unseen hairpin left.
I'm so tentative.
5 left. Opens extra long to keep.
Hey, there we go.
Turn 4 left. Into 5 right tightens.
I might lower my mic back down again, shall I?
Of a dip.
I do need... Okay, so I do need to set my mic up so I don't have to scream. Or I shouldn't be screaming. And I need my mic to be loud enough
3 left and 2
so that
tightens of a crest,
me just
dip,
talking
50,
regularly picks up fine, right?
late 4 left and 5 right of a crest, 6 left,
Babby driver, look at me go.
slow 6 right, extra long, tightens 3, into turn 3 left long, keep right of a 50, 5 left, into 6 right, 60, keep right of a jump, 80,
I'm so Babby driver.
5 right of a jump, crest long, into 6 left, caution slow crest and 4 right, tightens of a crest long, tightens 2.
I imagine it is loud enough now, but I need to... Me, the person, needs to be physically quieter. So I need my mic to make... I need to set up my mic to make sure that it can pick me up through being physically quieter. Like, I need to stop yelling so much. Of course, the downside is that if I actually do yell, that'll obviously come through much louder, but I need to just bring my voice down to talking levels, and I need the mic to be able to handle that. Right now, the equalizer looks like it's handling it pretty okay. I could maybe drop it down a little bit quieter, but I'm talking pretty normally right now. Bear in mind, I don't have the crisp audio filter on, so this is what it would normally be like. I should have crisp audio enabled for the race, but I forgot to turn it on. I hope the wheel isn't too annoying.
Open 6, extra long. Into 5 right long, tightens turn.
Kinda just cruising, but I'm kind of curious to know how well I do if I just don't crash in the Porsche.
Over crest, 3 right unseen, keep left over 50,
just cruising speed, but I don't
Right,
crash.
nice jump. Into 6 left long.
Given this is one of the more trickier cars to drive,
Uphill. Very early, 6 right of a crest.
that's a tree. Okay, we have now officially crashed.
And 5 left, very long. Tightens 3 over finish, very long. To stop. Well done.
Oh, shit. I forgot this game makes you manually stop the car. You don't just get to cruise over the finish line and fade to black. Right, there we go. I actually forgot. I thought once you're over the finish line, that's it, you're fine. No. Right. We're in the top, almost in the top third. I can take that. All right, let's go back into filters and we're going to drop the mic down a little bit. I need to be like, this is my talking volume, and I need this volume to be louder than whatever I'm playing. This has to be the volume that is loud enough for the microphone to come through. It might be a tad quiet. Shall we go up to 6 decibels gain? 6 decibels would be fine. I was on 8 decibel gain before. But I also have to remember that if I ever raise my voice and go, whoa, then it has to not be too loud. We'll run with this for a while, but I do need to find a perfect spot in the middle. Because I've really noticed that I do shout a lot, and I am going to have to start bringing my voice back down to just an inside voice, because I am inside. I'm inside an apartment complex, and if I keep shouting while streaming, I'm eventually going to get a noise complaint. So if I can get it to a nice level, we'll see how this goes for the next race. Also, I have 9 minutes left on the microphone filter. Might as well use it up for the next race, shall we? That wasn't so bad. I'm not surprised us kind of just cruising along in the Porsche got us into the top. I mean, we still have more to go, right? But just cruising in the Porsche, setting very, very Sunday drive time. Knock, knock. FBI open up. More of a thud when they knock on the meme, isn't it? It's not a polite knock. Thud, thud, thud. FBI open up. But yes, I need to be quieter physically, so we're gonna have to adjust the microphone to compensate. I don't need to whisper. I just need to stop shouting, and I've realized how much I am shouting, considering I do stream at ungodly hours in the morning. I'm up at like midnight to 5 a.m., you know, all the way up until dawn. I can't be yelling at that early in the morning. So, rightio.
5, 4, 3,
What gear are we in?
2,
First.
1, go. 6 left, keep left over 80, 5 right, into 6 left over dip, 30, short 6 right, to keep left over 30, into 4 right, into 4 left long, opens, tightens, turn, 2 left over junction, into 6 right long over crest, to keep left over 30, 6 right over crest, into 6 left, to keep right into 5 left, 30, 6 right, into 6 left, keep in over crest, into caution sudden, 3 right long tightens, into 4 left, don't cut, into 4 right, don't cut, keep left over crest, 40, 4 left, tightens over dip,
That's a hell of a bump.
into 5 right long over crest, sudden, tight hairpin left, 40, 6 right long over crest, tighten slow, turn unseen, open hairpin right.
Get off.
60.
Get off.
Middle of a crest and 6 right of a bump and dip. 80. Unseen. Open hairpin left to tree. Opens. Keep left over 80 of a crest. Slow. 6 left. Unseen. Open hairpin right. .50, 6 right, opens, middle of a crest, into caution slow, 6 left, keep right over 50, left.
This would be the game that this is Dirt Rally 2 tone, by the way, so this would be the one you'd be picking up.
100 over crests and bumps, into 6 right, keep left over 80, unseen, open hairpin right. .180, crest and 5 left, into caution,
God, it's so satisfying to nail it.
opens into 5 left, tightens 3, extra long, opens
Okay.
and caution, tightens of a crest, into 4 right,
Come on,
very
come
long,
on, straighten up.
tightens, into 4 left long of a jump,
Shit.
opens long, 30.
Why do I have look left and right? Why would I ever need to look left and right? Why would I ever need to look left and right? What is that? What are those settings? Recover vehicle can be 11. Roadside repairs, wipers. Look right. And clear, clear. Look back. Should be that. That's fine. Apply. Oh, okay.
4 left, into 4 right long of a dip,
It's so narrow.
into 6 left, and 6 right of a bump, and 6 left of a crest long, opens, slow 100 of a crest, turn unseen, 1 left, tightens, open hairpin left of a junction, 70, 6 right of a crest long, 6 left of a bump, keep right of a 80, 6 left, slow 100, 3 right tightens, into turn, tight hairpin left. Into 6 right of a crest. And keep left of a
Behind this
20,
car.
3 right, 80,
Love.
of a finish, to stop. Well done.
Whew. Not bad. I think just Sunday driving in the look at how wobbly the car is there. Just Sunday driving in the Porsche is gonna get us in the top 200, I think. It's not a bad game. It's just that it's a comparative thing. It's relative. There's nothing wrong with this game except the paywall. The only thing objectively bad about this game is the paywall. Everything else is fine. Just because there are better out there doesn't mean this game is bad. I mean, I play Sebastian Lower Rally. That has the worst audio design in the world for a car game.
Into 3 right.
Every single sound file sounds like a stock audio sound file. I'm surprised there's not a Wilhelm scream when you hit the pedestrians.
5, 4, 3.
Alright, nap
2,
time in Greece now.
1, go. Into 3 right, into 6 left of a crest, 60. Keep right of a crest, into 3 right long, into 2 left, don't cut, tightens narrow, into 6 right, into 6 left long, to jump, keep left of a 50, caution slow, 2 right, very long, tightens, 50. 4 left long, tightens 3, opens middle of a jump maybe, 50, caution, 2 right long, tightens, into 5 left, 120, over bumps, 5 right, extra long, caution, tightens 2 narrow, into 4 left, keep right and flat left. 50
Porsche is such a big car. You don't realize how big the Porsche is.
Left opens 200 over bumps. 2 left, don't cut. 60. 4 right of a crest, opens 70.
Also, if the wheel, I do have 7 minutes left if the wheel is too.
Opens of a crest, 80. Jump into 5 right, very long, opens 50. Slow crest, 2 left long, tightens. 80. 5 right, tightens unseen, 3 right long, opens 60. 3 left, tightens 2. 50, keep left of a jump, 6 right. Into 3 left, opens 6, long of a crest, slow 40, unseen, hairpin right. 50, 4 left, 80. 6 left, into 6 right, don't cut. Into 6 left, 100. Don't cut, 6 left, 6 right.
Taking all these
80.
corners terribly wrong. I'm also going to move the mic further away from the wheel.
Unseen, 3 right tightens, 2 left tightens. Into 6 right long, tightens 5. Into 5 left narrow. And slow, 6 right over crest, 30, turn, 2 left tightens. 100. 6 left over crest, jump, extra, extra long, past junction. 80. Crest, into don't cut, 5 right. Into 6 left, 30, turn, don't cut, 4 right. 5 left, opens 30. Slow, 6 left of a crest and jump long, tightens 3. Into 1 right tightens, 40. Open hairpin left. Into 2 right, opens 100. Keep left of a jump, 100.
Shh, I'm overcooking these turns.
6 left long, tightens of a crest. Into 5 right of a crest, don't cut. 120. 6 right of a crest, into 5 left, don't cut. Keep middle of a 2 crest and jump maybe. Into caution, don't cut, 2 right tightens. 3 left, opens 100, over crest and jump. Over finish, into 3 right to stop. Well done.
Oh, far out. If I put my microphone out there, in the way of my mouse, but that's fine. We will figure out. Honestly, what I really need is a microphone stand instead of just having it on my desk. Because then I could, if I had a proper microphone stand, I could have it over the top of everything and reach it down in front of me, and I could have the perfect audio setup that so many people have this audio setup where they have the microphone super close to them and cut out basically everything else. So it's basically recording with a massive gain deficit and blocks everything below like a certain decibel range out. See, it's very interesting. If you see people on podcasts, or Chris Raygun's probably the best example. He eats his microphone, and the moment he looks away, you can't hear him. Like, him looking away kills the mic sound. That's the kind of... I don't know if the mic quality will be able to suffice, but you know, if I win the lottery, that would be the setup I'd like. Just a better, slightly better microphone with a boom mic mount and just dangle it over the desk. Beautiful photo. Because then, yeah, I wouldn't need the audio filtering if I could actually have it so close to me I can cut everything else out. Currently, I cannot because it physically sits on my desk. So my handicap is that I have to be able to talk about 2 feet away from the mic, which means that it's going to pick up me tapping, the wheel clicking and moving. Downsides. Not the end of the world, to be sure, but that's why I've got the crisp audio program, because that way I can audio work. Oh, we have tons of time, actually. No damage whatsoever on the lights, wheel geometry, everything is fine. The springs have no visible wear, but I'm looking at that performance bar and I'm wondering how old they are. Same with the clutch, apparently. I dare say sequential transmission, because I'm very light on the throttle in this car, we probably desperately need a new clutch. He hasn't said anything about it yet. Tires are used. Pardon me. So, 2 races. But the final 2 stages here are the big ones. So we have another... It's one less stage until we get repairs again. But stage 5 is... It's still 10 miles total. We did 10 miles, and we're doing another 10 miles before our next repair. Even though there's a stage left. Brand new car.
100.
Okay,
Good.
let's keep it in a nice condition, shall we?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 3 left, into 5 right. Keep middle of a crest. 40, don't cut. 3 left, tightens narrow. 50. 3 right, don't cut. Tightens, opens. 120, over bumps and jumps. Into 5 right, don't cut.
Hey, Chew!
6 left, extra long, over bumps.
For some reason, easy to read colours aren't enabled, and I actually had to take a moment to try and figure out who was there.
Tightens narrow 2. Open 6, long, 30. Middle of a jump, 60. 5 right tightens, into 3 left long tightens. 50. Jump, into 3 right, very long, opens 50. Caution, 2 left, very long, tightens. Into 6 right, keep middle of a jump. Into 6 right.
All part of your plan to distract me?
80, caution, 2 right, tightens, don't cut. Into 3 left long.
You have been mistaken for someone who hasn't been practicing reading and driving for years.
5 right, into early 4 left. Opens 100. keep left of a jump.
I mean, if I can read chat and drive this car of all cars, I think you've got no hope for distracting me.
80. Keep right of a junction, into left of a jump, into 4 left. 40.
How are you doing,
Jump.
Chew?
50. Bumps. 4 left, into 5
A
right.
little bit of a drift there.
Into 6 left, 50, tight 4 left, into 4 right, don't cut narrow, into 4 left of a crest, into slow 6
Hey,
right,
hey,
middle
hey.
of a long crest,
That's
50,
quite wide.
scene 2 right, long, opens, into 6 left, very long, tighten short, 3, 50, keep left of a crest, into 1 right long, tightens, middle of a long crest, into 4 left, and 3 right, don't cut, 6 left, extra long, 70, 3 right, opens,
Sing then?
and 6 right, into 6 left,
I wouldn't know what song
keep
to
right
sing.
over 220,
See, you make the mistake of thinking I have brain power to
4
think.
right tightens,
I can read, I can drive, but
into
that's
6
it.
left,
Brain has run
keep
out of
right over
capacity
80,
past that
6
point.
left, 50, keep left of a crest, into 5 right long, into 6 left of a crest, tightens 5,
Shit, I thought I hit that rock then.
into 6 right, into 4 left, tightens of a
I
crest,
did skim that
into 6 right,
curb there.
100, 5 left long,
But
tightens
going
3,
downhill in this car, the
70,
weight balance is terrifying.
6 right, and 6 left, extra long, tightens of a jump,
Hello there.
70,
Hello there.
5 right, 50,
Thank you for the follow. I will check in a second. It really sucks not having easy to read colours because I can't read names at a glance anymore. And you may have a point, Chew. Technical parts are definitely going to be my weak point for reading chat.
Four right of a crest, into 6 left, opens of a crest.
Cross 7988, welcome aboard.
Into 5 left.
Welcome to the mess that is my stream. You have chosen, or been chosen, to be witness to some of the most scuffed content this side of Twitch.
3 long of a crests, into unseen, 2 right, tightens long. 60. Early 5 left of a crest, into 5 right, very long tightens,
There's rocks there.
into short 6 right, 3 left tightens, into 3 right, into 5 left, and 6 right 70, of a finish, keep middle of a jump, 80 to stop.
Damn it, you can't floor it over the jump. The finish is so early in Dirt Rally 2. I'm used to the finish being all the way down there. You come flying over the jump flat out and everything. Oh, lordy lord. Been so busy. Hanging on by a thread. Hey, we're top 200. How have games been? Pretty okay. Well, a mixed bag, shall we say. We've had an absolute shit show in Formula 1. The community race this morning, the game crashed twice. The first time it crashed, I forced it to, because we kept saying migrating host, but it would never actually migrate. And what would happen is that every time it finished migrating and then started migrating again, I would get like a 5-second penalty out of nowhere for nothing. The game would just be like, okay, we're reconnecting. And then my game would freeze and think really hard. And then everyone else would be 5 seconds ahead. Small, look, I'll take the penalty with a grain of salt. Silver linings, because the alternative is that my car would just continue on in the world and I would unfreeze, planted squarely into a wall. So a 5-second penalty or dying, I think I know what I'd prefer, but it did completely screw us over because we were set to maybe fight for 6th or even 5th, and we ended up being a whole 40 seconds behind when we reconnected. And then the game crashed again at the end of the race. So that was a pretty sour moment. Definitely not happy. Burner Bear came 6th, one place ahead of me. I at the very least wasn't last. We didn't lose to the AI, which was nice. But it was a write-off. Bahrain, furiously, frustratingly, some of the best driving I've ever done at Bahrain. We spun out once, and that was because when I reconnected, the AI had somehow got my tires up to like 218 degrees. So toasty, slippery, liquid tires, and I spun out when I reconnected around a hairpin. But once we started cooling down the tires, got them back down to my preferred 190, we basically had to go to an extreme strategy to counteract all the time we'd lost, and it still didn't really pay off. I mean, it kept us on the board, but the strategy I ended up using was to just keep the medium tires for the entirety of the race, and then the final 10 laps, hit the softs, high fuel flow, and then floor it for the rest of the race. And even with that strat, we didn't catch up to 6th. Sad moment. But there's plenty of races left and not completely die. It would be nice to have a clean race one week. Sing your song. My game hates me? What has been happening? Has something happened? Or are you talking specifically about F1 2020? Because yeah, the game did hate me today for some reason. We'll work through it. I am slowly but surely dragging my team down to the bottom of the leaderboard though, because that's now the 3rd race in a row where I've had issues that have made me come last, if not almost dead last. Today the game crashed. Last week. What happened last week? Pit for damage, that's right. Turn 1, I got rear-ended, which bumped me into the guy in front, and I had to pit for damage. Then we just spun out, fighting for position on turn 1 at P5. So that was just me driving terribly. Week before that was the first race, and I genuinely forget. I think I just... Wasn't it Catalonia, Barcelona? Spain. Barcelona, Spain. I remember I spun out, but it was the first time I never had to pit for damage. Today was the 2nd race I never had to pit for damage. I just need to start bringing that performance into my regular game, into my regular races. What did I do to my PC? Nothing, it just shut itself. I went through my normal stream setup routine too, and it still shut itself. So I think I'm going to alter my stream setup. I'm probably just going to add restart Windows to the setup process now, because the whole system just died. It doesn't help that for some reason, some of the software I have is not listening to what I tell it to do. And honestly, that's the crux of all my issues. I would not have any issues if it was not for software does something I didn't tell it to do. Steam updated without me telling it to update. My microphone software asked for my permission again, despite me telling it 3 times now. This is race 3. We do this every Wednesday, and every time it asks me permission. Jim awkwardly doesn't do what I tell him to do. It's the opposite problem, where I tell him to do something and he doesn't listen. And I think I have a workaround for Jim not listening, which is just to go into a Grand Prix event prior to race day. And we can hopefully get Jim working, then we join the multiplayer lobby and he should be hooked in. Or at the very least, if we go into a Grand Prix and Jim isn't working, we'll know up front, which would be nice, giving us time to fix it. But after that, it was just an hour of doing literally nothing. I sat in Discord, just hung out with a couple of people after the race. We watched some stupid memes. Stuff that could be clipped from the VOD, honestly. But I booted up Dirt Rally 1, and career mode put us in Monte Carlo. So I was like, okay, I don't want to do Monte Carlo today. That's not how you vent your frustrations, by playing the most frustrating map in a video game. So we're in Dirt Rally 2.
100, flat right of a crest, jump, 30.
Joy of joys! Dirt Rally 2 gave us the Porsche in one of the daily events. So we're driving the Porsche now.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 100, flat right of a crest, jump, 30. 6 left, into 6 right of a bump, into 3 left, into slow, tight 4 right, into 6 left, middle of a crest, into 4 left, very long.
Do I know how to optimize my PC? Probably way more than even Microsoft engineers know.
Left, tightens long. Into 4 right, opens of a crest, slow 30, turn 2 right tightens. Opens.
Epic Games won't affect my PC, but I just don't want spyware malware on my computer. I'll go to Pirate Bay if I want malware. I don't have to get a shitty client that downloads games for me, just to get malware.
5 right of a crest, early 5 left, 70. Crest and unseen, open hairpin left.
Besides that, the only games they have are Fortnite, Fall Guys, and our soccer game I forgot. It's like, if you're gonna try and steal games to make me download your client, you've picked like the 3 worst games to make me want to download your client.
Narrow, keep right of a crest, opens 30.
Not having an Epic Games account, literally losing nothing at this point.
60. 4 right long, tightens 2. Opens 100. 6 left.
I was gonna die to that
Right of a
bush.
crest. Keep left of a 30.
Rocket League, thank you.
6 right, opens 50. Don't cut, 5 left of a crest. 30 of a crest, 6 right long. 6 left, keep left of a 50. Don't cut, 5 right. Slow 4 left, don't cut. Opens middle of a 220.
I'm just waiting for the day that Epic Games announces that the Unreal Engine is going to have Denuvo embedded into it. And you just lose access to all of your games, because if you turn the internet off, the game won't open. Won't that be fun?
80, 4 right long. 50.
I think the only reason Denuvo isn't in the Unreal Engine already is because of licensing
Into
reasons.
slow, 5 right of a crest.
But it's okay. They won't implement... actually, I'm half right there. They won't implement Denuvo. They'll implement Tencent's own kernel-level malware.
Slow 3 right.
The same shit they put on League of Legends.
Left long, don't cut. Keep right of a 50. 6 left, into 6 right. Into don't cut, 6 left. 6 right narrow. Opens 50. 6 right of a bump. And keep left and short 4 right. 100. Over 2 jumps. 4 right. Opens. Keep left of a jump. Junction.
Way it's a lose-lose though. Denuvo keylogger,
Cut 2 left
spyware,
80.
bloatware, not to mention.
6
Or
right.
Tencent's own malware at kernel level. Lord knows. It's probably just more spyware, malware, and bloatware at the boot.
into
Although
6 left
I've
of a
not
crest.
heard
60.
much about the
Keep
performance
right of a
side of
crest.
Tencent's malware, I just
Into
know
3
it
right
is
long.
kernel level and
2
keyloggs.
left, don't cut. Tightens narrow. Into 6 right.
So much
Into
software
6
out of
left
China
long.
asked you to
Jump.
disable antivirus and
Keep
said
left
no.
50. Caution slow. 2 right. Very long tightens.
Antivirus may be a scam, but programs that ask you to disable antivirus are 1000% more likely to scam you.
Maybe. 50. Caution. 2 right long tightens.
How am I not paying attention and driving okay in the Porsche? This is the Porsche. What's happening?
5 right. Extra long. Caution tightens.
I'm
2
bumping.
narrow.
This road is so narrow.
Into 4 left. Keep right. And flat left. 50 over bumps. 4 right. Tightens. Don't cut.
This is the long one, isn't it?
Opens. 200.
This is 6 miles of
over
dirt.
bumps. 2 left. Don't cut. 60.
Stopped having antivirus in 2015.
4 right of a
I can
crest.
respect that.
70.
Honestly, I don't have antivirus because of the virus scanner. The virus scanner is the most scammy part.
Opens of a crest.
Just don't download from shit websites and you won't get a virus. But at the same time,
Into 5 right.
my program comes with a shitload of security features that I want. The antivirus, I could honestly disable at this point. It's there as a,
80. 5 right. Tightens unseen.
The antivirus is there in case you've already fucked up, but I have super anti-spyware and malware bytes for that. If I've already fucked up, I run all 3.
Keep left of a jump. 6 right. Into 3 left. Open
But it's
6.
there as a way to notify you that you fucked up. If I fucked up, I know something's wrong. It'll take me about half hour to figure out something malicious is on my computer.
4 left.
But that's not why I buy antivirus. I buy antivirus because it tells me when programs do shitty things.
Into 6 right.
It tells me when a program accesses my microphone. I like that feature.
100.
It tells me when a program accesses my webcam.
6 left.
It tells me when programs access
80.
app data.
Unseen. 3 right tightens.
That's not got anything to do with the antivirus. The system protection stuff
Into
is
6 right long.
super
Tightens
nice.
5.
Because it means I can keep programs like Riot Games out of my system and I can tell them to fuck off.
And slow. 6 right of a crest. 30. Turn. 2 left tightens. 100.
It was one of the reasons I got rid of the Riot Games launcher.
Extra long.
I didn't play it all that often, but when I noticed that the first time you run Riot Games launcher,
Into
a little pop-up appears that says program has started running.
30.
When you close the Riot Games launcher and open it up the next day,
5
that
left.
pop-up does not appear.
30.
It's been running the whole time in the background.
Jump long.
That shit is not allowed.
Into
So I got rid of it. Not having that crap on my computer. The super secret, oh, we need your permission to start, because for real serious, I promise, safe reasons. But then they never stop running the process even if you close the client. Yeah, great.
6 left long. Tightens of a crest.
You want me to trust your program? Yeah, no. It's perfectly safe, TM.
20.
But you do shit like that.
Into 5 left. Don't cut.
You don't need to run in the background 24/7 on my computer, whatever you're doing.
Into caution. Don't cut. 2
That's why I have antivirus. Because I don't trust software developers to leave my shit alone.
Opens 100 over crest. A jump over finish. Into 3 right. Just off.
My antivirus should be the only program on my computer that has unfettered access to my computer, besides my operating system. Operating system has hardware level access. Antivirus has kernel level access. I have super level access. And everything else can fuck off. Doesn't need permission. Sorry. Rant through the through the drive. We did a whole... I didn't even listen to the co-driver. I was just in my zone there. What did we do? That's a 6-mile drive. How did we go? I wasn't even paying attention. That's bad. Ooh, League of Legends? See, you can't shill for Epic Games if you also say ooh, League of Legends. They're owned by the same company, and they're shilling the same kernel level malware. The only thing they provide you is brain damage when they keep deleting your school documents. I've had similar things happen, and it usually is... It's rarely a freak of computing. It's very fascinating when antivirus does stuff like that. Incidentally, the only time documents go missing to freak of nature computing and AI is on Apple devices. I have only ever seen iPads magically make files disappear forever for no reason. On Windows, it's never usually just magical computer BS. It's usually someone has actually done something sus. Or done something on that computer that was sus that got the file flagged. Hey, Ewatch, welcome in. Welcome to the mess that is my stream. You have chosen, or been chosen, to hear me rant non-stop, be witness to some of the most scuffed content this side of Twitch. And the 911 is definitely one of the trickier ones to drive. It is so nice. When you figure out that... Here's the thing that I absolutely love about the 911. When you figure out the only thing you need to do to turn in the 911 is brake and throttle, you don't have to touch the steering wheel. You just need to keep it locked dead straight. And if you oversteer, you have to countersteer. That's it. Wonder if I can get a camera view. Where's internals? Is that the best I can do with internals?
6 left long, tightens 3, don't cut.
But you'll see the wheel here. This one looks a bit better representative of my actual wheel than Dirt Rally 1 is, though you'll actually get a better idea of what I'm doing.
Long, 50.
But it is so light on the steering. Like, you'll see there. Hang on. Watch me enter this turn. I don't turn with the wheel. I turn out. I countersteer into the corner because the Porsche has no need for steering. If you're driving the Porsche perfectly, there is no need for steering. Right here, I am already turning into the turn. I am sideways. You'll see me coming up to the turn. I will countersteer out as I brake because the rear-mounted engine, the mid-mounted engine, makes it so back-heavy that simply braking pivots your car around corners. So you'll see me here going into the turn. I'm countersteering and braking. It's the best, most fascinating thing to drive. I do correct here apparently mid-turn to go into the corner a bit sharper, but if you're driving well, you really don't have to steer in this thing. It is quite a fascinating thing to drive.
Left, don't cut. Into slow.
Just a tap on the inside.
Into unseen hairpin left. Opens. Into 6 right. 50.
For these sharp turns, you either have to...
Opens long.
If you get a proper swing going, I guess you could handbrake around them, but just to help the car swing around. I was honestly not paying attention to what I was doing in this race. There's a proper countersteer. There's a rev.
6 left. 6 right narrow. Opens 50. 6 right of a bump.
So, if this wheel is representative of what I'm doing in real life, that means the car probably has a 540-degree rotation.
Junction.
So if you see the yellow bar disappear on the screen, that probably means I'm almost full lock. I think I can go around 1.25 times on the wheel, each side.
6 right, extra long. Caution tightens 3.
Always had problems mid-turn, tail gains over the nose. It's a very, very light car.
Keep right of a crest.
Proper countersteer there.
3 right long. Into 2 left, don't cut.
But it's definitely a throttle management game here.
Into 6 right. Into 6 left long to jump.
The car has so much horsepower, and because of the way it's balanced, you never really need to floor it out. You can just feather the pedal and you'll still get the right rotation. And you can slowly gain on the accelerator as you come cleaner out of the corner. But it definitely is it's a game of patience here. You have to kind of wait until you're certain the car is ready to leave the corner.
Caution tightens 2 narrow.
I remember that. I went wide and bumped that. I went on such a rant about antivirus.
Left.
I was doing this
Keep
thing.
right. and flat
Alright,
left.
we have one more to
50 over
go.
bumps. For right, tightens, don't cut. For left,
Weirdly, I think me being brain off talking about antivirus, I did kind of okay.
two left, don't
This
cut.
was less Sunday drivey than the rest of my
60.
run at Greece here. We might end up in top 120. I'd be happy with a top 120 on the leaderboard.
Keep left of a crest.
I wouldn't
and
ever
6
dare
left.
say
Into
I would
4
like
right.
to end up in the top
Opens of a
100, but
crest.
top 100 would be
80.
a perfect finish, I think, at this point.
Jump into 5 right. Very long. Opens 50. Slow crest. 2 left long, tightens. 80. 5 right. Tightens unseen. 3 right long. Opens 60. 3 left. Tightens 2. 50. Keep left of a jump. 6 right.
That's the plan, distract the
3 left,
mind.
Open 6.
It's a
long,
gamble.
crest, slow 40. Unseen hairpin right.
If you're semi-familiar with the track and good at reading what's coming up ahead, you're fine. Like,
4
stuff like that,
left, 80.
I completely missed, because I completely misread the turn. I read this corner here coming up as like a wide sweeping right for some reason, and I completely didn't hear the call. So I went into it thinking, oh, I can just power slide out, and then realized that's not a sweeping right, that's actually a hairpin. Complete misread there. But when you're not listening to the co-driver, you do have to read so far ahead. It's really terrible when you go into blind corners because you have to just try and spot the tree line. There are some tracks where that's possible, and there are other tracks like Wales where you just cannot read the tree line at some corners. You have to know what's coming up because otherwise you just see forest.
Don't cut. 6 left.
I think we're 160 at the moment, so if we gain 60 positions on the final race, I've cursed myself now, we're gonna crash and die. We're gonna crash, we're gonna explode, there'll be flames. The same track backwards, is it? Like I said, I'd be happy with 120. We're just gonna play it safe. We're gonna Sunday drive again. That's gonna be the outcome. I cursed it when I said we only have one more to go. The moment I start thinking optimistically about the next race, the moment I start having problems. Damper damage? Why do we have damper damage? No, don't fix. Why would we fix? I mean, less than $1,000, a minute 40 of my time. Why would we not fix? But also, why are we repairing it? Light damage from what? Greece can be a pain. Scotland, on the other hand, is Scotland. I love and hate Scotland because it's beautiful, fast countryside with some lovely corners, but then there's also just 7 feet of ditch sometimes on the side of the road. Doing work, all you heard was blow up, and now you're interested?
Opens, keep left over 60. 5 left.
Oh,
Good
give
luck.
it a couple of minutes and we'll probably have blown up something.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 3 right of a crest, opens, keep left over 60, 5 left, 50, keep middle of a jump, 90, 6 right, tightens 3 of a crest. Into 4 left of a crest, 60, keep middle of a crest, 30, 6 left of a crest, 100, 6 left, tightens 5 of a crest, 6 right, 120, keep middle of a jump, slow 90, 1 left.
Oh, that's so awkward.
Into 1 right, tightens 30.
That rock killed me.
Don't cut, 2 left, tightens 30. 4 right, opens of a crest long, 40. 5 right, into turn, don't cut, 4 left, opens of a crest, 30. 6 right, 6 left long, opens of a crest, 50. 6 right, extra long past junction, tightens of a
Then you look to we won't blow up.
turn, 3 right long.
Ah, it's this corner. Okay, that is the wide sweeping right I thought about earlier.
50. Keep left of a crest, 30. 6 right, into 4 left, long, 30. 3 right tightens, into 4 left. Keep left of 80, 6 left, into narrow.
I thought I
6
knew
right.
where I was, now I'm not sure.
Keep middle of 80, 6 right, into 5 left, into 6 right, don't cut, 100 over bumps, 3 right, opens, 50, turn unseen, 1 left long. Into 6 right of a crest, extra long, tightens 4.
A little too fast. I got
Into
scammed.
6 left, 80, 2 right, 80, 2 left, opens long, 60. Late, 3 right.
Wait for the verdict until
opens
after the
of a
race is
crest,
over, Chew.
100.
We have a long way to go yet.
6 left, tightens keep in of a jump, 100. 3 left, into 5 right, keep middle of a crest, 40. Don't cut, 3 left, tightens narrow, 50. 3 right, don't cut, tightens, opens, 120.
Tightens
over
narrow,
bumps and
damn
jumps,
right.
Into 5 right, don't cut. 6 left, extra long, over bumps.
I want to
100
floor it
over
so
bumps,
bad,
don't cut, 5 right.
but this part of the track really doesn't want to let me.
2. Open 6, long, 30. Middle of a jump,
Here
60.
for the boom boom.
5 right tightens, into 3 left long, tightens. 50. Jump, into 3 right, very long, opens
There's
50.
just no room for a car like this to get sideways.
Long, tightens.
Floor it out like that.
Into 6 right, keep middle of a jump. Into 6 right,
Good thing the action is on the back, you're going forwards.
caution, 2 right, tightens, don't cut. Into 3 left long, opens, middle of a crest, 50. 5 right, into early 4 left, opens, 100. Keep left of a jump, into 2 right, tightens.
Keep right up a jump at the 2 right tightens. Yeah, there was like 100 yards between those two
Into left
callouts.
of a jump, into 4 left. 40.
Phil, you really gotta get better at these callouts. I know you're like actually a professional
Bumps, 4 left, into
co-driver, but the game really doesn't make you seem like
into
it.
6 left, 50, tight 4 left, into 4 right, don't cut narrow, into 4 left of a crest, into slow, 6 right, middle of a long crest, 50, unseen, 2 right long.
So narrow for this car.
Into 6 left, very long, tighten short, 3, 50. Keep left of a crest, into 1 right long, tightens. Middle of a long crest, into 4 left, and 3 right, don't cut. 6 left, extra long, 70. 3 right, opens, and 6 right, into 6 left, keep right of a 220. 4 right tightens, into 6 left, keep right of a 80, 6 left.
That's bad. Don't
Into
hit.
6 left.
That's bullshit. That collision
6 left.
There was a rock in my
50,
way, I would have
left of a
hit
crest
jack
into
shit
5 right
except
long.
the rock. Fuck you, game.
Into 6 left of a crest, tightens 5.
I'm gonna mod fade to blackout. I keep saying it, but I will. It's the only part of these racing games that absolutely infuriates me. Reset if I need to reset.
Left long, tightens 3, 70. 6 right. And 6 left, extra long, tightens of a jump.
I would rather the game just do what Richard Burns Rally did and genuinely DNF you if you hit a civilian and show you that corpse being dragged off. Like, you murdered someone. You're being disqualified forcefully. It's like, yeah, okay, that's a reasonable reason to fade to black because I killed someone.
Slow 30.
Right?
4 right, tightens 2 long. Opens 80.
Because at that point, the fade to black is irrelevant. You're
Into
being
6
fired.
left, opens of a crest. Into 6 right long, tightens. Into 5 left. Into 6 right, very long of a
What happened to the old rally
30,
games where you could just
turns
hit a
left.
barrier? You could go so far off the track, you would hit a wall of trees.
Opens and tightens 3
I want
long
those games
over
back.
crests. Into unseen, 2 right, tightens long. 60. Early 5 left of a crest. Into 5 right, very long, tightens. Into short 6 right, 3 left, tightens. Into 3 right.
I
Into
could have
5
given
left,
Chewis kaboom if you didn't
6
fade to
right,
black.
70. Over finish.
He would have had his explosion if that fade to black didn't happen because I was headed right for a rock. Blame the rock. If I didn't fade to black, I would have hit the rock and you would have actually had your explosion. But instead, fade to black. I'll mod it out, don't worry. We'll get rid of fade to black so that whatever happens physically with the car continues happening. The twigs made of concrete, stopping from a 50 to a 0. That actually is one thing I like about Dirt Rally. They make things that hurt actually hurt. I do agree that it's a bit over the top, but it scales with speed. You'll smash through most small shrubs and bushes. If you're doing something like 150 miles an hour, you careen over them and they bounce your car more than stop it. But if you're doing anything below 100 miles an hour, they just are brick walls. But it doesn't take, like, you think about most shrubs, if they have, I mean, if you make a ball with your fist and consider that might be the base of the trunk of whatever the shrub you hit is, that's still dense wood with a root structure mounted in soil. It's a lot to, like, it's the equivalent of hitting the same thickness in a metal pole. I feel like they've done pretty well balancing low-speed shrubbery with high-speed shrubbery, but it's not something other games do. And you have BeamNG.drive on the other hand, which just straight up makes everything actual, literal, unmovable concrete. You'll hit the tiniest of tiny trees, and that's it, your car's dead. 400 miles an hour, rocket-powered bus, tiny little tree wins. Game is cancelled for no giving Chewies boom kaboom. Agreed. It's the one thing driving games have started doing in the last decade that I absolutely detest and don't understand why. It's this weird false equivocation. They increase render distance. Great, amazing. I can now see all the way over there. But there's no reason why you can't just still have that row of trees that's impenetrable in between. Like, you can just make it sprites. You don't have to make it physically traversable. Just fading to black because I launched myself off a cliff is no excuse. I remember games like World's Scariest Police Chases, published by Fox Interactive. If you went out of bounds, you just went out of bounds. That was it, car totaled. You had to reload the mission. If you went out of bounds, fuck you, too bad, restart. But it's like, yeah, why can't we have that back? If I go out of bounds, show me falling into the map, into the abyss. Let me see my mistake and wear it, and force me to pause and restart. If I fuck up that badly that I'm falling through the map, yeah, I get it. I deserve to fade to black, restart, whatever you want to call it, but doing it on my behalf is what I hate the most. Especially because racing games treat anything slightly off track as like the worst crime in the world. It's like, oh, you're 10 feet off the track. I guess we better reset you. It's the weird thing where games that had concrete walls and barriers all over the place felt less restrictive than games that let you go slightly off track but then fade to black the moment you do. Why even let me then? Make it a concrete jungle or don't have the fade to black. Still, okay. We did pretty well. We're in the top quarter so far. How much left is on the challenge? Wow. Okay, so we're pretty late to the challenge. 18 hours left. And we're in the top quarter. Let's be honest, if you're going top speed, nothing can stop you. Within reason. R5 in Poland. Is that Spain? Group B rear-wheel drive? It's the Lancia 037 Evo. Oh. Isn't that Poland? So, a weekly challenge is either not at Poland. It's at Germany. I recognize that track now. It's at Germany. I think that's Spain. Germany, Spain, Poland. Do we have Finland? Looks like a no. Honestly, let's try. Let's go to Germany. Turbo. Bodywork. Honestly, we can just not fix the turbo, right? Again, it's like, why not? There's no penalty for doing it here anyway. Your experience with BeamNG in one phrase, there goes my wheel and my door. Oh right, we actually have to start the race now. I do like BeamNG though. I do have a bias for any game that can put me in an old 70s muscle though. Any game that puts me in a 70s muscle that feels like shit but has all the horsepower to make it even worse. That's my absolute dream in racing games. Making that feel natural is impressive to me, but at the same time, it's so rare. Project Cars 1 is the best classic muscle driving game I think I've driven that didn't have super... I want to call it like a jack of all trades engine. And again, don't get it confused. Project Cars 2 definitely killed their engine. Project Cars 1... I'm going to go on another mini rant here. I think what happened is Project Cars 1 released a good game with a good physics engine. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying great or perfect. Good, right? Above average, 6 out of 10. A good physics engine. But I think what they fucked up with Project Cars 1 was giving a sales pitch was, we're gonna kill Forza. So when all the Forza chuds come along and had their 600 cars and all of their beautiful locations and all this other stuff, they came along to Project Cars 1. They actually got a physics sim instead of an arcade racer, so they couldn't play it. The Forza chuds were like, how come it doesn't drive? How come when I break it locks up? Ugh, this game's shit. 2, the car list is quite sad, but it has classic muscle. That's my bare minimum, right? So yeah, I think they just sold to the wrong crowd. If they said, look, we're an indie team making a racing sim, we want to try and be the up and new and coming, they probably would have found their market. But instead, the only advertising I ever heard for Project Cars 1 was we're going to be the Forza killer. And then they didn't release Forza. So all the Forza chuds were like, how dare you not have a shit arcade racer with a giant car list? Great, okay. But I will stand by Project Cars 1. I think it's the best of the series. It has the best suspension feel. And that is why the legacy muscle cars feel so great. Is because when you go over a bump in a leaf spring suspension, that affects how the car steers, affects how it feels. When you do it in something as tight and as compact as a Ford GT Mark IV, oh my lord, you shit yourself at 200 miles an hour. But it's so fun. Feeling that thing pull as the bumper grinds against tarmac as you go around some of the sweeping bends. Oh my lord. Genuinely, I really do love the time I've spent in Project Cars 1. Project Cars 2, on the other hand, feels very floaty and boring. Because they took all the critique from the Forza chuds and said, well, I guess we need to make this easier to drive and less weighty. So they took all the terrifying, absolute pants-shitting physics out of the game, and now you can drive Project Cars 2 in your sleep. And then that still didn't please anyone, because it still had the same physics engine, so all the Forza chuds were still like, it locks up when I brake, ugh. So then they released Project Cars 3. At this point, Forza chuds just hate the franchise. And Project Cars 3 comes out, where they now burn all their relations with any of the sim racer games, guys. Because as much as people bitched about Project Cars 2, they will always go back to it. And they'll have their complaints. But they won't say it's the worst racing game they've ever played. Then Project Cars 3 came out. That is the worst racing game you've ever played. It tried to do everything. It watered down the sim part so much that it's no longer a simcade even. It's just flat out arcade with like a kind of okay physics engine underneath. The handling is gross. The cars feel gross. At the very least, the only thing going for it is that it emulates physics. If you know how to drive, you can play Project Cars 3 and get good lap times. But that's because you're treating the car like it's real. Unfortunately, the best way to drive Project Cars 3 is to min-max all of your tuning settings and take every corner sideways and floor it out at max speed first gear. Because they fucked it up too much. Project Cars 3 is just Need for Speed. I've actually heard mixed things on Automobilista 2. And again, this is the thing I'm curious about. Because Project Cars 3 came out and burnt every bridge it ever had from the sim racing scene, they just made a shit racing game. There's no other way about it. So when Automobilista 2 announced they were using the Project Cars 2 engine, I feel like there's a lot of people that are just ready to say it's shit no matter what. I don't like the Project Cars 2 engine, but it is okay. I'm going to revise my score. If Project Cars 1 was a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10, I think Project Cars 2 was actually just the bare minimum. It's like a 5 out of 10. It is not bad, but not good. It's fine enough you can drive without having to, like, Dirt Rally 2 makes you need to learn the game. Dirt Rally 2 doesn't feel natural. I'd put Dirt Rally 2 at about a 4 or a 3 out of 10. Project Cars 2 at least feels natural. You don't have to... If you know how cars feel, you don't have to go out of your way to learn how to drive in Project Cars 2. The problem with Project Cars 2 is that some things don't feel right. It feels too floaty on some of the physics. Braking and turning feels weird in some cars. It doesn't have the same weightiness to it that Project Cars 1 had that made you feel like you were fighting the car for control either. So it's like this weird mix of best of nothing, jack of all trades, master of none. Automobilista 2 uses that engine. I understand people might have their complaints, but that's one of the reasons I can't tell if Automobilista 2 is any good. Because half the reviews are just, oh my god, it's Project Cars 2 again, this game is shit. Which doesn't tell you anything about the game. Doesn't tell you if they improved from Project Cars 2, it just tells you that that person hates Project Cars 2. That doesn't tell me anything about Automobilista though. I've also, this is the thing too, like I watch a couple of people, Jimmy Broadbent played it when it first came out, and he was in the same category. He was like, oh, I don't like it because it's Project Cars 2 engine. But then when it actually came to driving, he had no complaints. The only thing he could say is that, oh, I can't tell if it's bad or not. It's like, if you've put thousands of hours into racing games, you know when a racing engine is bad. When physics are fucky, you can tell. So either he's just the worst person for force feedback info, or he's trying to hate it and can't find a reason to. In which case, that's a pretty good sales pitch. If a guy who wants to hate a game can't find a reason to, that seems like a pretty good pitch to me. Nothing wrong with it. But again, I'm wondering if it is maybe just a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Because it's not like the engine is capable of anything spectacular, since they are working with Project Cars 2 core engine instead of Project Cars 1 core engine, which had way more weightiness to it. Again, same engine, so they could definitely tweak that weightiness and suspension feel back into the engine for sure. I'd like to try it, but at the buy-in price, unless it's on sale, is a bit high for me at the moment. Jimmy is an iRacing fanboy. I mean, that aside, he does have a hard-on for hating on Project Cars. It was actually kind of hilarious. If you watch Jimmy Broadbent's videos on reviewing Project Cars 1, and then he has a follow-up, like, oh, what do I think now? Project Cars 1 year later or something. If you watch all of the reviews of Project Cars 1, it's hilarious watching them in order, because he plays the first game and he goes, this feels terrible, this is shit, I can't believe this is selling as a sim racer. And then he plays Project Cars 2 and he goes, this is terrible, this is shit. They had such a good engine in number 1, how could they fuck it up? I liked number 1. And you see him play number 3 and he's like, this is terrible, this is shit. At least 2 had a decent engine. It's like, come on, Jimmy. Please. Just have it. It's like, you know he secretly doesn't hate the games. I mean, he plays games like Live for Speed. You can't hate Project Cars if you played Live for Speed. Come on. At the same time, it's both so hard to tell what he genuinely thinks and so easy to tell he probably really doesn't care. He just needs a clickbait thumbnail and a title. But it was quite funny watching all those 3 in order, because I remember going through Jimmy Broadbent's Project Cars collection when Project Cars 3 came out. And that was the only takeaway I got, was that, wow, okay, he likes all of the games, but only when the next one releases. What the hell's the takeaway from that? That they're actually okay? I guess. That's what I feel like. I'll put it this way, actually. If you want me to grade racing games, I would rather play Project Cars 3 than Forza. Forza is like a 1 or a 2 out of 10. Project Cars 3 is at least a 3 or a 4. Project Cars 2 being like deadpan middle, 5 out of 10. But Project Cars 1 genuinely feels great. I love the suspension feel in the older cars as you go around places like the Azure Coast and the California Highway. I know iRacing has a new tire system, but I've never played it. I refuse to play a game. Sorry, I refuse to pay a subscription service that's on a timer if I have to pay for this subscription to download the game. If I'm paying for 30 days, I don't care how cheap it is. You could sell me a whole year for $1. If I have to pay that money up front before I A, download your game, B, configure any of the settings, C, get it feeling how I want, that's like half a week's worth of work. If I pay for a month, I get 3 weeks out of that month to play the game, because the first week I'm just going to be tweaking. Downloading, setting up, tweaking. 3 weeks left, great. Okay, I'm not paying for that. That's the only reason I haven't downloaded iRacing. I would genuinely take a Mazda MX-5 demo with 1 track. Give me Alton Park in the Mazda MX-5 as a demo so that I can get it set up. Half the program can be downloaded with all the core files. Let me try the game, configure it, make sure it runs fine, even see if I can stream it, because I would stream it. Let me actually see how it runs before I pay a subscription fee. I don't even need access to the online services. Literally give me an offline verse AI hot lap mode or something stupid like that. That's all I need. Once I've downloaded it, played it more than 2 seconds and know whether I'm actually going to commit to it or not, I would pay that $5 for 3-month combo. A lot of people have. I might even get properly into it. Tried the promo for 6 months that was 50% off. I was so tempted to pick it up last Christmas because it was such a massive discount. But that was when I started thinking it through. Like, oh, if I buy it for a month for $3, £3 or whatever it was, it's like, even if I buy it for that cheap, I still have to download it. Lord knows how big the game is. I still have to get it set up. Lord knows how long that'll take with how many hotkeys and buttons you have in the game. It tries to be a proper sim. I'm going to have to find extra buttons and hotkeys on my keyboard and figure out what feels nice. I only have 11. 11 plus, what is it? I think I have 11 plus my gears. So that if I don't use the H shifter and I exclusively use paddle shifters in iRacing, then I have an extra like 7 buttons over on my gear shifter. But even then, 18 buttons that I can bind, that's not enough for most cars in iRacing. I also have to bind things like ABS up, ABS down, traction control up, traction control down. Because I don't have triples, I'm going to have to bind rear view, maybe even left and right. I'm also going to have to get Jim from Crew Chief set up, because I'd like to use Crew Chief to automatically monitor and maintain my fuel levels. Stuff like that. I would be spending quite literally a whole week of my subscription down the drain because I'm setting things up. That is my justification for not getting it. If they ever release a taster, like even if they just gave you like a 6-hour demo, time locked, that gave you access to 1 track, 1 car, no online features, fine. I'll take it. I don't care how restricted it is. I just want to know what I'm paying for before I pay for it. At the very least, with most games, I suppose maybe that's the reason I have such a problem too, is because when you see gameplay of a driving game, you don't know what it feels like. Most other games, if you see a shooter, you know whether you want to play it or not, almost immediately. If you see a top-down RPG, you know if you're going to want to try it sooner or later. If you see a third-person adventure game like Valheim, you're going to be pretty certain whether or not you want to go play it. With racing games, especially ones that genuinely say they want to be racing sims, it's super hard for me to look at what iRacing looks like. It has wishy-washy, floaty physics, which I don't like. I don't like the fact it looks wishy-washy and floaty, but it may not feel like that. I don't know. That's my problem. It's like, let me find out how bad it feels, because it looks kind of terrible. You see people going sideways and fishtail, and in third person it looks fine. That's what's strange to me. Third person camera, the cars look really natural, but in first person, I don't know if it's like this camera wobble or something, but it looks floaty, like the car isn't rotating properly. Shall we get back to driving? Good lord. At this point, I'm gonna have to go to just chatting. How long is the track? 7.25 miles. Can I do that before taking another break? I should be able to. No, I changed my mind. Well, we'd rather not split the thing up. Since we're already rambling and ranting for 10 minutes non-stop, let's just go to a break. I shouldn't be too long, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in a minute. Ready. I actually haven't watched much of Jimmy's content lately. I've never really watched much of his iRacing stuff. I've been more interested in his oddball reviews of other games. I think the one that helped me out the most was actually the review of... he was reviewing WRC. I don't remember if it was 9 or 10. But it was a very helpful review because although he said it in a negative manner, he said, oh, it's just more of the same. Doesn't really do anything different. To me, must have been 10 because to me, not doing anything different, but also adding in all the legacy cars from Group A and Group B. Done deal. Good sales pitch. Same physics engine, handles okay. I love the throttle control feel of WRC. I think it's a decent series, and the fact it feels the same, doesn't really iterate much, and has all the new car lineup, it's like basically, yes, thank you, great, awesome. I didn't have a problem with the earlier games. It changing nothing is kind of okay. I'm not usually a big fan of iterative design like that, where it's very minimally different. But if you're gonna add massive things to the roster, like all of the old Group A and Group B cars, all the Colin McRae stuff, Sign me up. Absolutely. I'm a big fan of going. Historic racing is basically my bread and butter. It's what I like to do the most. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Did he like that game? I thought he gave it a kind of mid-review. Right. Oh, we'll be right back. Hello. I returned. That's some lovely returning music. I do quite like that. I like I called that song Land Ahoy in OBS, because the entire reason that song is there is because when I go sailing in Valheim, I have a sailing playlist. What I meant to do is stop the sailing playlist when I park the boat, come ashore, make port, all those words. So that's meant to be the switch off. Live Music 1 and Live Music 2 are the two scenes I have set up, each with their own listed playlist. I switch out whichever one's playing and I can swap between them. I normally don't have anything on playlist 2, but I've left that one playing because it's just so nice. It's such a nice piece of music. And I can hop swap over to Live Playlist 1 for background music. Live Playlist 2 being Land Ahoy. It's been nice having it there. Speaking of, what should I have? Should we have Frostpunk Somber? It's a rather... Oh, where's Mechanical? We have to have Mechanical. Alright. 40k mech. Make source visible. Yes. That's what we're going to listen to. Have to go? Thanks for popping in, honestly. Has been lovely having a chat. I do apologize. The mess that is my stream. The burb mess. It's a crapshoot what you'll get depending on what day you catch me streaming, but honestly, it's helped my mood out a lot having something to rant and rave about and having someone to chat to. Oh, do I have delay? Let's have a look. Oh my lord, how bad is the delay? I feel like the scuffed text hasn't even come up on my phone. Oh my word. Oh, no, that's not that delayed. Okay, cool. You used to stream, you know the pain. It's a, you know, I don't want to be the perfect streamer. This is always going to be my tiny little corner of the internet with stupid little things like this. I like that. I'm not aiming, you know, if I wouldn't know what to do. I feel like if I ever got to the size of Germa or Tyler One or any of those massive 1,000-viewer streamers, I'd probably just find some way to be awfully tongue-in-cheek about it. Like, that's the point. I would just do a face cam, hi guys, and then I'd get up, leave, and it would just be a chair stream. I would leave chair stream for 8 hours. You would actually see me behind the chair, crawl into bed and fall asleep, and you'd just be watching the chair. That's the sort of, like, I am not the kind of person who should be getting popular on Twitch. I'm fine with less than 10 people. It's my corner of the internet, and I'm happy to keep it that way, because I just do random shit. We've been streaming for how long? And I've spent half of that talking and rambling. But I love it. That's what I'm here for. Talking and rambling, you just get people yelling at you to play the game. In a place, I feel like, yeah, it's a different environment when you get that many people watching, but I'm happy where I am. I'm just here for some chill vibes. And it's great when you can get them out of the stream.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 200. Flat crest, 30. 5 right,
Oh.
into 4 left. Opens, 100. Flat long crest, 70.
This has that kind of sequential shifter.
Opens of a crest, 120. Turn square left, don't cut. 80. Turn unseen square left, don't cut. 60. 5 left of a crest, opens 150. Flat crest.
This track feels different.
Flat crest and jump.
This track doesn't feel the same.
Long flat crest and 6 right, opens of a crest 180. Crest, slow 50, turn unseen square right, don't cut. 30. Turn unseen square right, caution don't cut. Opens 50. Flat crest, 80. Flat left of a long crest tightens into 4 right of a crest.
The grass also feels a lot more treacherous.
5 left, 50. Flat crest, into 4 right of a crest. Into 4 left long tightens. Into 4 right long, opens flat of a crest. Into 5 left of a crest. Into slow, 5 right, immediate turn, happy left, around bales. 200. Flat jump, 80.
Why do I not feel like I have power steering?
Bump, into 6 left long.
Also,
Opens flat of a crest.
the callouts feel much better in Dirt Rally 2.
Unseen, 1 left, don't cut. Into 5 right, opens 130. Don't cut 5 right, 40.
The Golf should have power steering.
4 right, don't cut, 40. Turn square left, don't cut. 250.
Square right,
Slow
don't cut.
crest into turn
Did you mean
3
square left? Phil, are you okay?
250, downhill.
That was hardly square left, by the way.
2 right, tightens narrow. 80, flat of a long crest, 80. 4 right, tightens of a bump, into 5 left, opens slow 50, turn square right. 100. Slow 5 left long, tightens turn unseen 1
Yeah,
left.
the callouts feel so much more forgiving.
Opens 50. 4 right,
Either that or the Golf has some decent brakes on it.
turn unseen 1 left, don't cut. Opens 100 to chicane, right entry.
Here we go. Let's see how the tricky bit handles.
Chicane, left entry.
That's fine. It's very
160,
floaty feeling though.
right.
apparently Golf, known for being the widest car in the game. I suppose it might actually be wider than the Alpine Renault.
Flat crest. 90. 3 right.
That's what I normally take through there at speed, so
Into 6 left. Open to
maybe I should.
long.
Should I bind to look right?
Over junction. 60.
Maybe I should listen more.
3 right. Tightens over crest downhill. Into slow. Turn square right. Don't cut.
We may have bet the
4 left long. Don't cut. Opens 200.
we may have bet the wheel frame. The axles might be a little wonky.
1 right. Don't cut. Into don't cut. 4 left. 150 over crest. 5 right long. Opens over crest.
Straight up, just not listening to call-outs there.
Into turn 4 left over crest. 100. 3 left over crest. Don't cut. 80. 4 right. Into 6 left. 30. Crest. Bump into don't cut. 2 right long. Opens over crest. Into 6 left over crest. Into turn 4 right. Don't cut. 100. 6 left. Opens slow. 30. Crest into turn square left. Don't cut. Opens 100. Turn open hairpin right, don't cut. Into turn, don't cut hairpin left. 80, flat right. 100. Flat crest. Into 4 left long.
Is this mid-engine?
Into 4 right long.
No, the Golf is
Over
front
crest.
engine, right?
Into 4 left long over crest, tightens. Into turn unseen 2 right. Opens long, caution, tightens. Into 3 left. Very long. Opens slow 40. Unseen. Hairpin left. And hairpin right. Into 6 left. And 6 right long. Tightens 4. Into 5 left. 100 downhill. Unseen hairpin left. Opens. And open hairpin right. 200. Long crest. Into 6 left over crest downhill. Slow 100. Turn.
I'll write it
unseen
off as
hairpin right.
tarmac driving.
200 over crest. 6 right over crest, open slow, keep left over 80 over jump. Unseen, 1 left, tightens over crest. Into 6 right. Opens flat over crest. Into 6 left. 100 over finish. To stop. Well done.
I get the feeling I'm either underestimating the brakes or overestimating the speed I'm going. I can't tell what. The brakes seem pretty solid, but yeah, that was a pretty abysmal performance. We're in the top 1,000, top 50%. Top 50 above Delta. How's Delta? Delta might be slower than the medium average. Actually. We're 50% median average. I forget what the Delta average uses. Or is median the correct term? Don't make me Google things. I don't want to Google things. Definitely awkward silence in the loading screens, I think, after the next race. We'll switch over. What do we have? The 40k truck?
Starts 6 right over crest long.
We've knocked down the lights out.
80, turn, tight hairpin left, don't cut.
We may have knocked our lights out. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6 right of a crest long, slow 80, turn, tight hairpin left, don't cut. And narrow, 6 left long, opens of a crest, 200.
Where was any of that? I didn't see the hay bales till after I crashed.
Crest, tightens, turn, hairpin right.
Run that back.
30, turn early 2 right of a crest. Into 6 left long, opens 30, narrow 3 right, tightens of a crest. Into turn 4 left long, tightens, narrow of a dip, 50, crest, 30, 6 right long, into 5 left, into 6 right, 50, flat crest and jump, 150, slow 6 right of a crest, 30, turn unseen, hairpin right. 80, tight hairpin left.
Can you just brake like a champ in this game?
Turn unseen 1 right. Opens.
If that's not the Gulf specifically, then yeah, I need to start up using the brakes way more than this.
Into 6 left of a crest, 150. Flat, small crest, 150. Slow, keep left, narrow 3 right long, tightens turn, hairpin right, don't cut. Into 4 left long, tightens turn, hairpin left. 80, turn, hairpin left. 50, turn, square right, don't cut. Into turn, tight hairpin left.
I don't know what that sound is.
30, turn narrow, open 4 right. Opens of a crest, 30.
I'm also not sure how we got a front wheel drive sideways around a corner.
Turn square right. 30. Turn 1 right. Into open 4 left long. Opens 150. Open 5 right. Opens of a crest. Into 6 left long. Opens 250. Caution, crest immediate. Turn 1 right tightens. 30. Turn 2 right of a crest. 100. Flat
I went
crest.
so gingerly over that corner. Why?
Crest, slow 100. Turn tight hairpin left.
110.
50. Flat crest. 150. Over finish. 80. To stop.
I'm still braking like I'm in a 1960s Alpine Renault. Oh yeah, hey. Speaking of different games, you actually have to stop here. Yeah, I'm totally braking like I'm in a 1960s Alpine Renault. Like the car just isn't gonna stop, but this thing does. We're gonna have to find an older car and see if it runs as good as this, comparatively, at Germany. We'll take my favorite truck out with all the twisty turny bits and the hay bales that split the crossroads. I do like hay bales that split the crossroads is actually one of my more favorite section of turns. Right, we had a pretty big bonk. Radiator out, bodywork, dampers, and lights. But you get to this weird stage in Dirt Rally where you don't even really have to upgrade your crew. Just having all the crew means you guaranteed get full repairs off no matter what. There's no real... The damage system itself is punishing, but there's no punishment for damaging your car. It's this fascinating thing where you can just beat your car up.
Starts 100. Slow, keep left of a long crest. 30. Turn hairpin right. Good luck.
It's like You watch WRC, you watch Rally in real life. People run down the repair timer super quick just doing maintenance. You don't have to crash to run down that timer. Just maintenance alone can be a problem. Things can just break. You're putting the car under a massive amount of strain. But it feels like this game is balanced so that the repairs are designed so that late game you can be a bad driver and still compete without penalty. Which is a weird thing to do. Design, because the damage system, if you have no crew members, you actually have to juggle damage. Like, oh my lord. If you fire all of your team and have no one repairing your car except your crew chief, it's like, okay, general maintenance is now a problem. But they've made the teams too powerful. The damage is very punishing though. If you do crash, you do need a good team.
100. Slow, keep left of a
I suppose that's the one way to look at it.
30, turn hairpin right. Opens 4 right of a crest.
Hey Badici,
Turn
welcome in.
hairpin left, don't cut. 80. 6 right of a crest, very long, tightens 5.
Thank you for the lurk.
4 left long tightens, opens 30, turn, don't cut to left. 180, turn unseen.
That's just a
4
rock.
right of a crest, 50. 6 right of a crest long, tightens 4, slow 30, turn sudden square right. And turn square left, 80, 6 right long, 70, turn unseen hairpin left. Into 6 right, 70, turn hairpin left, opens flat of a crest, 100.
That was just me not listening.
Opens flat of a crest, 100, slow crest.
And then I reversed
square
into people.
right. Opens 140,
If I reversed into someone, just give me a DNF.
50.
Don't be a pussy about it, give me a DNF.
Crest, 100, flat left in dip and jump maybe, 50, turn square right.
Half-ass the punishment like I'm some kind of baby that can't handle
Into
it.
slow, 5
I'm a
left
big
long,
girl. I
tightens
can deal with a
10,
DNF.
cut 1 left,
Although that is one of my main complaints about Monte Carlo not being fun.
turn unseen,
Still.
1 right of a crest tightens, 200,
It's one of the reasons Richard Burns Rally is so much of a
long flat crest,
scary game to go fast in.
turn unseen,
Losing control isn't just terminal damage or anything silly like that. It's like you could just get
into 5
fired.
left long, 50.
If you flip the car and die, that's one thing, right? You can repair the car.
1 left,
If you flip the car and hit someone,
into flat right, into 5
you're
left,
fired.
crest, 40,
Start your career over again.
6 right long, 100.
I don't actually know if they like proper fire you. I think you can restart the season. But it's like that sort of situation. It's like you did bad.
Unseen, turn square right, don't cut.
I should be listening more, hey.
Front right puncher. Into 5 left long, opens 150. Crest, into 6 right, 140.
Wait for this to pop.
Caution crest, turn, don't cut square left. Opens 50 over crest, turn hairpin right, opens 50 over crest.
Can you stop? No, fuck off. Can you stop fading to black? Bitch ass game. I'll do it for you. I'll retire myself. Stop fading to black. half-ass the damn punishment. No, I'll just beat you to it. Look. Making me want to play Richard Burns Rally, because that game actually bloody well respects your personal choice in the matter. Or just kicks you in the groin. It's like, hey, you fucked up. Get out. Start again. Otherwise, it's up to you. You can sit there with a completely destroyed car with the engine on fire. No bullshit fade to black. Although, if you do... I like actually that when you do select come back on track, it does have actual people for the spectators to run out and help you flip you over. It's kind of neat. Should we try Poland? Historic 2, front wheel drive. We don't own one. Let me guess, none are brand new. Used. Is it used with a clean record? No. No terminal crashes, but 33 events and 3 podiums. Why would I want that on my car? Let me pay to reset it or something. Look, I would even be happy if that was the mechanic, right? If you could buy a used car, but then pay some unfathomable amount of money to have a restoration job done and reset all its stats. Sign me up, that would be amazing. Restoration mechanic with a used car system? Sounds amazing. Buying a car with 175 events entered, 10 podiums and 1 terminal crash just means I'm not going to buy the car. I don't want to buy the stat line, I want the car. At the very least, in Dirt Rally 1, they let you have that air of personal, whatever you feel like should happen, you just pretend it happens. They don't have the stat line. So when you're going through your... It's a neat mechanic, but the used car mechanic ruins it. I don't want other people's stats in my carport. It's super neat to see how many races I've done, how many podiums, how many events finished. But when you buy someone else's car, it kind of defeats the purpose. It does feel like the kind of mechanic. This whole used car system really feels like they wanted a player-driven market. It does feel like they wanted a player-driven market, where I could take my Porsche with 10 events started, 0 podiums and 8 events finished, no terminal crashes, and I could put that on, like what Forza has. Forza has a used car market. The auction house. They've had that since Forza Motorsport 3, pretty sure. You could sell paint jobs, tuning setups, the cars themselves, everything. Anything you could customize in Forza Motorsport, you could sell on the auction house. It was actually a really neat system because it wholeheartedly was the motivation and the entire reason you had so many skins and artsy people making all those skins. I feel like without the auction house, you'd have maybe 5 people that would just non-stop make all these blockbuster skins for photo shoots. But thanks to the auction house, everyone tried to make one. Everyone wanted to make the cool skin that got the 1 million downloads. I'm also starting to feel sus about some of the cars I do have. I've driven the Lancer Evolution X a ton. 3 podiums, 8 events finished, 10 events started, right? I'm starting to get the feeling that the Lancer Evolution 6 is a second-hand purchase that came with Statline. I don't want to sell it, but it's like, this is why it sours it. It's like, I don't want someone else's stats. There's no way I've done 7,000 miles in this car. I don't think I've clocked up 1,000 miles in any of these things. Some of the ones I've driven the most only have hundreds. Okay, maybe. Because I know I got the Datsun with DLC, right? That was one of the DLC cars you get at the start. Maybe. 59 events started, 8,000 miles driven, 42 events finished. I know I've done a ton of historic. The main menu, free play, has the historic race through rally history. I used to start that all the time, and the first track, the first stage, is the Datsun at New Zealand. It's what's in the screenshot. So, having done that maybe 2 dozen, 3 dozen times, there's a possibility, maybe. Would I have done that twice though? I don't remember racing the Rally Evo 7 much. Or 6. I know I've driven this car a absolute ton in Project Cars 1 and 2. I'm starting to think I might be coming down off racing for the night too. Yeah, starting another whole thing. I'm fine. We can probably end it there. Just thinking, what do we switch over to? I'm curious, morbidly curious, perhaps, whether or not TT Isle a Man will even stream. That's gonna take, yeah. Isle a Man's gonna take some time. No Man's Sky Expedition 7 Leviathan? Wait, I just finished the last one. So the expeditions... Wait, okay, let's read this. Hang on. Do we still have random window? Yes, okay. No Man's Sky Expedition. It's been such a thrill to see players enjoying a most recent update, Outlaws. Whether it was hunting down pirates for lucrative bounties, becoming an intergalactic smuggler yourself, seeking the treasure of the Blight in the most recent expedition, or just stylishly exploring space in a cape. Capes are new? I didn't realize capes were new. It's been a delight to watch you all take to the skies. Today we're very excited to bring you No Man's Sky's latest expedition, Leviathan. We aim to give every expedition a unique character and style of gameplay, but we think Leviathan feels especially different. Patch notes can be found here. Leviathan Expedition, our 7th expedition, traps travelers inside a time loop and offers a taste of roguelike gameplay. Difficulty is tuned to survival mode settings, and every death means a reset of the loop. As players explore the loop, they will recover memory fragments, lost remnants of previous loops. These manifest as procedurally generated technology, meaning each reset of the loop may play out differently. This sounds badass as hell! At first I was like, oh, do I have to go play No Man's Sky again already? Now I'm actually hyped. A procedurally generated repeating loop where you get to find giant sky squids? Sign me up. Faced with such difficulties, players across the world can collaborate with each other to even the odds. Alongside their personal efforts to break the loop, travelers can help specialist Polo as they research the loop's peculiar manifestations. The more travelers that participate in the research, the stronger the memory fragments become, manifesting in better upgrades, more inventory space, and stronger multi-tools and starships. expedition narrative. As players seek a way to unbind the time loop curse, they will find a story-driven adventure at the heart of the expedition. File literally did not load. Shall we try again? Follow the trail of your previous iterations, absorb memories, investigate significant sites, and work together to escape from the curse of the loop. I like that teaser there for the cape too. I really like that. Shattered memories all point towards an encounter with an ancient space creature, the Leviathan. But will travelers succeed in reshaping history, or are they doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past? The Leviathan expedition begins today and will run for approximately 6 weeks. You get a new community expedition game to enter the loop and earn a generous assortment of limited edition rewards. When the Leviathan expedition concludes, your progress will be converted to survival mode. Phase rewards can be redeemed across all saved games from the Space Anomalies Quicksilver Synthesis companion. Remember your time in the loop with a trio of base decorations, the Leviathan, Loop, and Time Splice posters. Temporal Starship Trail can be fitted to your ship to modify propulsion energy and leave a visually mesmerizing streak of temporal disturbances. How neat. The sweeping Whale Stalker cloak was once worn by an ill-fated traveler obsessed with their quest to capture a cosmic Leviathan and doomed to repeat the chase for all eternity. Rehome an organic frigate calf in your base. Rehome an organic frigate calf in your base? Can you get living freighters? The mysterious creature is enclosed in a chronopreservation field to ensure it remains eternally young, playful, and a manageable size. The space giant itself, the Leviathan, may be recruited as an organic addition to your capital ship's fleet. Damn, that thing's gonna suck to repair. Development update. We hope you enjoy the Leviathan expedition as much as we enjoyed putting it together. Alongside the expedition, today's update includes a number of improvement and bug fixes. Full patch notes along with community highlights and information on a special new merch item, the Traveler's Deck, designed by a member of the community, Christopher C. Castello. How do these guys earn money? Can you buy like Quicksilver in the game or something? How do they earn money? How has it been 8 years and they're still making stuff for No Man's Sky? How are they not bankrupt? I know Sean Murray put his house on mortgage for this, but there's no way he's still living off the money of his house on mortgage, right? He has to have the money coming from somewhere. Is Sony bankrolling them still? How are they funding it? At this point, I'm starting to think it's illicit means. Sean Murray's just got the cocaine fund on the side. We need it. We need it for good PR. I promise. I'm long overdue to say thank you, Octo, for the hydrate. I drank half a water bottle. Tone is streaming. What is he streaming? Tone is just simply made an announcement. Let's get to Space Adventure. Tone is playing the expedition. Bet Tone is playing the expedition. Should we join? We're updating the game. We might as well launch it when it's done, hey? Why not? Today's been scuffed. Let's play the most scuffed game I ever streamed. I still haven't had my midlife crisis on my last save from the expedition, and now we're starting a brand new one. Hmm. Alright. How much longer until the download is done? It is 30% complete. No Man's Sky really has gone above and beyond. Hello Games have gone above and beyond for their work on this project. After the fact, keeping it up to date, content updates as well as patching and providing everything they gave in the sales pitch too. Like, launch when complete, I guess. I'm also I'm less salty now. I'm gonna change it back to auto update. I genuinely don't know why. Always keep game updated. It picked the worst time to want to update. That's all. I actually wonder if the game updating is half the reason that my Formula One game crashed. Steam just fighting to get internet. While we wait for that, it would be a perfect opportunity to actually go on a tea break. Hi Indy, welcome in. Oh, all right. Hard Space Shipbreaker, 25% off. Never heard of it. Sim Racing Fest, 50% off Disciple Sale. Never heard of it. 67% off a Biomutant. If only it didn't cost a stupid fortune in the first place. 70% off a game, and you still end up above $10. It's like, how? Why? How? You shouldn't be able to discount above 50% and still charge people that much. It's like, God, how? Games surely can't be that expensive to make. The industry just feels bloated. How's the download going? Little Steam? 60% updated. 2.5 gigabyte downloaded out of 7 gigabyte, but it's patching that. It's patching more than it's downloaded. Fascinating. Steam's pattern on the download system is very interesting. Alright. Possibly like another 10 minutes left on the download, so I am gonna kill some time by going to get myself a cup of tea, a snack, if I can find such a thing, possibly toast. But I will be gone for a little while. My phone keeps buffering. Understandable, I am downloading No Man's Sky after all. Perhaps I could reduce the download limit, but it does have quite a hefty timer left on there. Hopefully the buffering isn't going to affect the delay. I would like the delay to stay minimal. That's why I reset OBS before. But apparently, yeah, it says we might not be able to do it today. Maybe not. Sorry, Steam, you're going back to paused. We will find something else to do today. We'll play No Man's Sky some other time. The question is, do we do more racing games, or do we give up on racing games and try something else? I'm actually not sure. It's like that weird mood where I want to do something, but it's like the thing that's new and shiny right now is the expedition in No Man's Sky. It dropped right as we started streaming, apparently, too, because that's when the upstate started ticking over. That's the new and shiny thing that I want to play. The alternative, we could boat some stuff back. We could go sailing in Valheim. We could go blasting bugs in Deep Rock. Maybe we should go sailing in Valheim.